Hey, it's Clark 36. So I'm trying to do a little bit of a catch up here. Uh, Schultze has already done Germany 6 and Japan 6, and I'm lagging behind. I did what I had to in order for him to do those things, but I wanted to show you what I did in turn 5 before I did turn 6. So this would probably be the best, which is right here. Okay, so this is what he did. He did a blocking maneuver with a battleship here, 104, cruiser as, um, you know, the Allied Navy is now dominant. Um, though we just still doing a blocking maneuver here in the Horn in order for me not to gain the advantage. Spread of communism bonus. And has a huge force, but this is this is a withdrawal. This is a holding ground. He's trying to see where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do, and he is content, I think, at this point in time to. And he's going to put a factory here as well to no Romania in order to secure what he has. Is what I took from this movement. 126 at this point in time. In a minute, it'll be higher, I think, but let's take a look at what I did as the Russians. So I ended up buying 9 infantry, 1 mech, um, and stayed pretty conservative. I do not want to lose this game. Uh, let's see what I did. Okay. Now I did. Oh, there you go. I moved into Italian Somaliland. Let's take a look at that down here. I think. Not 100% sure. I think that's what I did. I might have I might have changed that. Let's see. Battle Bryansk went well. That went well. Let's see how I end up. So this is what it shows. Just want to go down to complete. Spread of communism bonus keeps me at $33. Let's take a look. And here's what I have. And then here's what this situation looks like. I think I edited this, so I took over Smolensk, I think, with the zip with the tank. Let's see if that happened. I'm just going to go down to the end right here. Yes, I did. And I adjusted that. And then I've got some units coming in. So looking good for the Eastern Front. Should be able to surge forward. This is deceptive, of course. He because he has paratroopers. So every one of these forces here, here, but not here, can reach Bryansk. So, you have to be aware of, I want to get as forward to the front, fast to the front as possible, but you have to be aware. And then we have some reinforcements coming in. Japanese have invaded. All right, let's take a. So this is the Japanese turn. Let's see what they did. And they're into Amur. And they are not quite ready to take up the Money Islands. They're getting there, though, with a naval base here, a naval base here. They can reach. And they are coastal, for the most part, with this sort of odd configuration right here, the positioning of the Japanese Navy. It's going to go more conventional in a minute. I do have heavy bombers. All right, let's see what I did. As the Americans, I bought 3 fighters, 4 infantry, 1 7, 1 transport with the remaining resource of 10. Not sure why that is. And let's zoom out a little bit. 104, we've got some action over here. Okay, so we're going to take the subs and the planes. That was a mistake. I did want to kill that. Ends up being a bit of a mistake, costly. Should have just sent 1, toughed it out, because I did have reinforcements from the British. So, bit of a mistake there not to have a fighter in Gibraltar. And let's see what's going on here. Okay, I am attacking that, plus landing troops in Libya. Decided that, you know, Italy's just making too much money. I just need to get that spread of communism can go to Sicily and Sardinia, and I can earn it. I can make a buck. All right, let's go up to, so there's the attacks over here. Let's go over to the Pacific. 96. Okay. What are we going to do here? We're going to move to Samara and to Russia. So we're just going to firm this up, allow the Russians to be a little more bold. Plus, I can have a force which can take out some things. Let's go over to the Navy. We're going to go in there. Believe that transport's coming out. Yep. Okay. Yeah, the transport was a mistake. Nothing big with the fights. Libya. And like I said, I think I move that transport back. Let's see. Okay, go down here. Transports move back. And I've just got a small force in here to start a skirmish action. If I can cost him, a destroyer every turn, that's good for me. I've got a lot of firepower to resupply this Navy. 5 carriers should be 10 fighters, and I'm short, so I bought some. Plus, the bomber can hit, the sub can hit if he attacked, and he is in position to attack, except for he's got a blocker. I have a blocker here. Okay, and 2 transports. This was the mistake. Should have been a plane that ended up in Gibraltar. But I decided to put it on the carrier here. Bit of a mistake. Not a bad situation like this. All right, let's keep going. I'm not sure if those fighters defend, though. Might be that odd rule where they actually don't defend, which would make that situation worthless. All right, let's go to the end of the Chinese turn. Let's take a look. The configuration for the Americans in North Africa. Got some nice convoys coming in a minute as my ships move into power and to position. Let's go over to China. Again, fairly happy. Still have the Burma Road. I think we've had it every round, $14 at this late stage, round 6. Japan's powerful on Asia. He's been investing in the ground game, and I've got to and China has been defeated at least once in a huge battle, but still making a healthy income. All right, what are the British going to do? Buy 2 bombers, 1 mech, and for UK Pacific, 1 bomber, 1 infantry, 1 mech. Let's go down to the moves. I'm going to circle through these, see if anything pops. I don't think so. Two fighters from Caucasus to Russia, Szechuan to Kazakhstan, tactical bomber goes to Moscow. Destroyers. I'm going to send up some destroyer blockers right now, which is part of my destroyer war strategy. Remember, right now he has 2 subs, and these destroyers are blockers. I've also got French destroyer and an Anzac destroyer here to clog up the sea. No can openers over here, so I can really make things difficult for him. Plus, each of these destroyers requires 2 or 3 units to really take care of them soundly. All right. And I'm going to try to send more up to Moscow. And then that's going to make him think maybe he could take India, late game India. Okay, so then there's the units there move into Kazakhstan. And I'm going to try to attack Ethiopia. And this Ethiopian guy will not die. It's a 50-50 battle, but what I need to do is get it down to 1 unit. Okay, this is 110. Let me go over here. Take that 2 subs against that. Well, how did I end this up? And support for the 96 fleet. That should have been left. If he wants to pick off that fleet, I should have let him. Could have left that 91. Dumb. Okay. So let's go for a combat in Ethiopia, and this will be. I'm gonna pull this out. This is the only combat I kind of want to look at. If I show you the map, it'll sort of cheat it. There's the dice, and I get 2 misses. He gets 2 misses. I get a hit. He gets a hit. 1v1. I miss. He hits, and I think he's taken a good amount of units down. I fire with the cruiser. Cruiser does not fire back. Placing all those units into Egypt. Nope, 2 bombers and infantry in Egypt and the mech in South Africa. 0 lost to blockade. Just take a look at that real quick. Blockade in 98. Rolls a 6 and a 6. That's with $32. Bomber, mech, infantry collects 19. Let's go check that out. Okay, let's all right, situation is thus. So the great thing is this can only kill one of these guys. And if he attacks them, kills him, I then take Ethiopia. So it's tricksy way of trying to make it happen without committing too much to the horn. All right, and then this is reinforcements for Moscow. This should have stayed up there. Still, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have done a shuttle with planes, nonetheless. All right, and plenty of reinforcements for Moscow, just towering now above any hope of Moscow falling is pretty futile. And my destroyer blockers are set up. All right, let's go down. Remember that I play a ghost turn, so I did do a later revision on this, but not yet. This is sort of a fog of war turn. But a submarine and 2 transports for Anzac. Let's check out the movement down here. Okay, and so not only do we have the blockers, but we have an aircraft carrier and 2 fighters in the backgrounds. And then the money is coming in, good amounts, $20. That's nice. Blockers set up here, here, and here. France is going to come in, plug the hole. But there is a combat, actually. The battle in 112. Let's go over here. France is up in Caucasus. France is supporting Kenya. France is supporting this. It should have been back here. Dope. Oh, it doesn't matter, actually. Um, okay, I gotta fix that. Because what's gonna happen is the Italians are gonna actually bomb this. All right. And oh, Anzac is also in Caucasus. Let's see if I get it. There we go. There should be two. The 2 French guys actually moved here. He flew the 3 planes down to Ethiopia to try to hold Ethiopia. All right, I think that's it for Big Allied turn 5. Feeling very strong, and Russia is feeling with Russia from Russia with love, a lot of love in Russia for Lend-Lease fighters and even some ground units coming up. And then um, a struggle in the Horn that is interesting. It's inconsequential in a lot of ways, but it'd be nice to have that Russian money really put the nail in the coffin. And a fleet, developing fleet action doesn't have legs. In other words, I did buy more bombers so that I could resupply. I could supply Moscow with even more. So it does leave India a little open, but India, they have got a lot of income coming in right now. We have the blockers in the South Pacific with the backbone here, as well as the Americans now again poised to move into Sea Zone 6. What will the Japanese do? I can tell you what the Germans did, though, and I think I can tell you what the Germans they got up to $62, and this is what they did. Uh, So they are strong. They look for like they're ready for a push in the Caucasus. Obviously, I have a lot of slow movers out of Moscow, so he could be taking advantage of that. Grab the Caucasus for $5, or Novgorod, Volgograd for 5, and plus the $4 bonus is $14 right here. Uh, but the possibility of your army being split, so that's interesting. And then the seawall, the Atlantic Wall, is strong with the Italians, and he's mostly he built a factory in Romania because he sees that Greece is completely open. And I think he's trying to maintain what he has. And I think actually he has a good amount of hope, um, pinned on the Japanese for overcoming this. All right, what do the Russians do? The Russians buy, this is turn 6, and then I'm going to try to work on the big rush. I bought 2 AA guns, a factory, and 4 infantry. Feeling some freedom now, and I'm going to not do many combats, just one in Bryansk, and then I'll place stuff. Still collecting. Let's see what we did in the Horn. $32. I think I got on the boat. Let's see what we did in the Horn. Nope, we just held up there, and we will wait for these guys to be eliminated, I think. Looks like. Let's see. Oh, there's a factory now in Iraq. So actually, these 2 units could be lost, and now with this factory, I can still try to make our way to Tobruk, Sardinia, and Sicily. I did do some combat and still have 72 infantry. I'm just going to do some math real quick. 9, 12, and 26 is 38, 48, 58, and 5 is 63, 73, 77, 87, plus 87, 88, 93, 72, 73, 76, 82, 82, 89, 90, 91. Okay, I could have moved forward, but he does have, I believe he has the advanced artillery. So these artillery do promote not just 1 unit, but 2 units apiece. Okay, so that's it. I have to update the Japanese, and then this might be the Japanese. No, it's not. Japanese, I think, moved down to 36 with a naval base here, I'm pretty sure. So I will try to get to that and then do the big Allied 6. All right, Crockett 36 out.